through version 1.3 of the Qi specification, they're trying to separate out the truly certified products that are certified to be safe from the ones that are claiming to work but are cutting corners potentially and leading to dangerous situations. We talked in another segment and a few other times about the race in China amongst Chinese phone OEMs about quickly charging phones, both wired and wirelessly. So 50 watt or 100 watts, there's a new company or a new phone, the Honor Magic 4, that can charge at that speed. But we don't see that happening in the West, so to speak. In Europe and the US, we're still seeing phones kind of topping out at 15 watts wirelessly. I think one of the reasons for that we've talked about before is that foreign object detect or safety becomes an issue, and companies don't want to incur the potential product liability of lighting a fire if there's a foreign object that gets in the field and gets overly hot. But can you talk a little bit about what the Wireless Power Consortium is doing to address safety and enable the move up or the increase of power levels?
Yeah, one of the things the Wireless Power Consortium just did this past year was release version 1.3 of the WPC Qi specification. One of the big things this spec version did was add authentication to the specification. One of the big concerns the WPC has had for a while is the proliferation of what they call Qi-compatible wireless charging devices that were flooding the market.
They're not certified.
They're not certified by WPC, so they don't go through the stringent testing, but they just work. So if you happen to buy one off of eBay, it'll charge the smartphone or the product. The problem with that is one of the things that's cooked into the WPC specification are a lot of tests that help calibrate foreign object detection. That's the prevention of heating metal objects that may be near the inductive field, which can heat up to dangerous levels. You're passing many watts, and if you ever take one of those little candelabra light bulbs that are 15 or 20 watts hanging on your ceiling and touch them when they're on, you'll get burned real quickly.
You don't want a curtain hanging in there and touching it.
You don't. And that's also true from a wireless power standpoint. So one of the things the WPC addressed was having an authentication algorithm to sense whether or not these were Qi certified devices that were trying to charge, the smartphone, for example. And if the Qi certified smartphone saw that it wasn't, it could stop the charging process.
So the idea is the Wireless Power Consortium is trying to make safer devices. And through version 1.3 of the Qi specification, they're trying to separate out the truly certified products that are certified to be safe from the ones that are claiming to work but are cutting corners potentially and leading to dangerous situations.
Yeah, and this has been prioritized, above and beyond just charging at higher powers, which I think most consumers would like. There's a lot of other issues like thermal issues that need to be solved. But just from a customer standpoint, safety is paramount, and one of the things WPC prides itself on is interoperability as well as safety.
Yep. Well, thanks for the rundown on Qi version 1.3. It is there to try to make devices work better together to create that broad ecosystem of products that develop a better user experience for users, but also it provides safety. And so we think that there will be continued progress in terms of power levels and other beneficial user experience gains. But in the meantime, I think it's important to really understand the foreign object detect and the safety protocols that Qi brings into light so that we can responsibly roll out this technology.
Absolutely.